What if your blood pressure is not the same at night? What if it rises when you are asleep without you even realizing it? And what if that one hidden pattern is affecting your heart, your circulation, and your overall health? Now think about this. Most people focus on their blood pressure during the day. They check it in the morning. They think about it when they are active. But they rarely think about what happens at night, when the body is supposed to rest. Now imagine this, your body slows down, your system relaxes, your heart is supposed to work with less pressure. That is how recovery happens. But what if that is not happening? What if instead of calming down, your blood pressure is rising? Now here is the important part. You would not feel it. You would not notice it, because it happens while you are asleep. Now think about how many nights pass like this, without you even knowing. Now imagine the long-term effect, night after night. Your body is not fully resting. Your system is not fully recovering. Now your heart continues to work harder than it should. Now here is the key idea. What happens at night matters just as much as what happens during the day. Now imagine this. You wake up feeling tired. You feel low energy. You feel slightly off. But you do not connect it to your blood pressure. Now think about this. Your night routine plays a major role in how your body behaves while you sleep. What you do before bed, what you eat, what you drink, how you relax. All of it affects your system. Now imagine this. You follow the same routine every night, without questioning it. Now that routine becomes a pattern. Now that pattern affects your body. Now here is something most people miss. They focus on treatment, but ignore habits. Now imagine changing your habits. Now your body begins to respond differently. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your nights become more stable. Now here is the key idea. Small actions before bed can influence your entire night. Now imagine this. You make one small change. You repeat it. Now your body adapts. Now imagine adding another. Now your routine improves. Now your system responds. Now here is something very important. This is not about complicated steps. It is about simple actions. Things you can do easily. Things you can repeat every night. Now imagine having a routine. A clear, simple routine that supports your body before sleep. Now your system prepares properly. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now your recovery improves. Now here is something most people do. They ignore the signs. They assume everything is fine. But your body is always responding, even when you do not notice. Now imagine paying attention. Now you begin to understand your patterns. Now you take control. Now here is the key idea. Awareness creates change. Now imagine knowing what to do before bed. Knowing how to support your body. Now you are not guessing anymore. Now you are acting with clarity. Now in this video, you are going to discover what causes your blood pressure to rise at night, what habits may be affecting it, and what simple steps you can take before bed to support your body and bring it back to balance. Because sometimes it is not about doing more, it is about doing the right things at the right time. Now imagine ending your day with a routine that supports your health. Now your body responds. Now your nights improve. Now your mornings feel better. Now your overall health becomes more stable. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what do you do before bed? Because that answer may be affecting your blood pressure more than you think. Now imagine improving that routine. Now over time your body adapts. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now your life feels different. Now here is the important part. This is not about perfection. You do not need to change everything at once. You just need to start. Now imagine starting today, making one small change. Now repeating it, now building on it. Now your routine improves. Now your body responds. Now your results become visible. Now here is the final thought. What happens at night is not random. It is influenced by your habits. And when you understand that, you take control. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us begin with something very important. Why your blood pressure may rise at night. Because once you understand this, everything becomes clearer. Most people believe blood pressure is only a daytime issue, something affected by stress activity or movement. But what many people do not realize is that your body behaves differently at night. Now think about this. During the day, your body is active. Your heart works harder to support movement. Your system responds to everything you do. But at night, your body is supposed to slow down. Your heart rate decreases. Your system relaxes. Your blood pressure is expected to drop. This is how your body recovers. Now imagine this. What if that drop does not happen? What if your blood pressure stays high or even increases? Now here is the important part. You would not feel it because you are asleep. There are no obvious signals, no clear warning, but inside your body things are different. Now here is the key idea. Your nighttime blood pressure pattern matters just as much as your daytime levels. Now imagine this. You wake up feeling tired. You feel low energy. You feel like your sleep was not complete, but you do not know why. Now think about what could be happening. If your body is not fully relaxing at night, if your system is not reaching a calm state, your recovery becomes limited. Now over time, this affects your overall health. Now let us go deeper, because your habits before bed play a major role. Now think about your evening routine. What do you usually do? Do you stay active? Do you use your phone? Do you eat late? Do you drink fluids close to bedtime? Now imagine this. All of these actions send signals to your body. They tell your system whether to stay active or to relax. Now if your routine keeps your body alert, your system does not fully calm down. Now your blood pressure may not drop as it should. Now here is something very important. Your body needs a transition from activity to rest. Now imagine slowing down, reducing stimulation, allowing your body to prepare for sleep. Now your system responds. Now your blood pressure begins to settle. Now let us look at another factor, because timing matters. Now imagine eating late at night. Your body starts processing food, your system becomes active again. Now instead of resting, your body is working. Now your blood pressure may remain elevated. Now imagine adjusting that timing, eating earlier, giving your body time to settle. Now your system becomes calmer. Now your night improves. Now let us go even deeper, because stress also plays a role. Now think about your mind. Are you relaxed before bed, or are you still thinking, worrying, or planning? Now imagine going to bed with a busy mind. Your body remains alert. Your system does not fully relax. Now your blood pressure may stay higher. Now imagine calming your mind, taking a few moments to slow down. Now your body responds. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now here is the key idea. Your physical and mental state both affect your body. Now imagine improving both. Now your results become stronger. Now let us take a step back. So far you have seen nighttime patterns, evening habits, food timing, mental state, all connected. Now here is the pattern. These are not separate factors. They work together. Now imagine improving them one by one. Now your routine becomes stronger. Now your body responds. Now your nights become smoother. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now here is something most people miss. They focus only on medication, but ignore lifestyle patterns. Now imagine combining both. Now your results become better. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your body feels more balanced. Now here is the key takeaway from this part. What you do before bed directly affects what happens during the night. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what does your evening routine look like? Because that answer may be affecting your blood pressure more than you think. Now imagine improving that routine. Now over time your body adapts. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your sleep improves. Now here is the important part. This is just the beginning. Because in the next part we are going to look at simple practical steps, things you can do before bed to support your body and help your blood pressure stay more stable during the night. Because once you know what to do, everything becomes easier. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us move to the practical part. Because understanding the reason is important, but knowing what to do before bed is what actually creates change. Now think about this. You do not need complicated routines. You need simple steps that you can follow every night. Steps that support your body and help it move into a calm state. Now let us begin with the first step, creating a proper wind-down routine. Now imagine this. Instead of staying active until the last moment, you start slowing down before bed. You reduce noise. You reduce light. You give your body a signal that it is time to rest. Now your system begins to relax. Now your heart does not need to work as hard. Now your blood pressure begins to settle. Now here is the key idea. Your body responds to signals, and your routine before bed sends those signals. Now imagine doing this every night. Now your body starts recognizing the pattern. Now your system prepares automatically. Now your nights become smoother. Now let us move to the second step, controlling what you eat before bed. Now think about this. If you eat heavy meals late at night, your body has to work to process that food. Now your system stays active. Now your blood pressure may remain elevated. Now imagine changing that. You eat earlier. You keep your meals lighter. Now your body has time to settle before sleep. Now your system becomes calmer. Now your night improves. Now let us move to the third step, managing fluid intake in the evening. Now imagine drinking large amounts of fluids right before bed. Your body processes it during the night. Now your system becomes active. Now your sleep may be interrupted. Now imagine adjusting the timing. You drink more during the day and reduce intake closer to bedtime. Now your body has time to balance fluids. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now here is something very important. It is not about avoiding fluids completely. It is about timing. Now let us move to the fourth step, relaxing your body and your mind. Now think about this. If your mind is active, your body stays alert. Now imagine going to bed while thinking, worrying, or planning. Now your system does not fully relax. Now your blood pressure may stay higher. Now imagine doing the opposite. You take a few moments, you slow your breathing, you relax your body. Now your system begins to calm down. Now your body prepares for sleep. Now your blood pressure begins to settle. Now here is the key idea. Your mental state affects your physical state. Now imagine improving both. Now your results become stronger. Now let us move to the fifth step, consistency. Now imagine trying these steps once, nothing changes. Now imagine repeating them every night. Now your body adapts. Now your system begins to respond. Now your nights become more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now here is something most people miss. They expect quick results, but your body responds to patterns. Now imagine building a pattern. Now your results become long-term. Now let us bring everything together. Wind-down routine, food timing, fluid timing, relaxation, consistency, simple steps, easy to follow. Now imagine applying all of these every night. Now your routine becomes structured. Now your body responds. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your sleep improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now here is the key takeaway from this part. What you do before bed has a direct effect on what happens during the night. Now take a moment and ask yourself, which of these steps can you start today? Because real change starts with small actions. Now imagine starting with one, then adding another. Now your routine improves. Now your body responds. Now your nights become smoother. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now your mornings feel better. Now here is the important part. This is not the end, because in the next part we are going to bring everything together and give you a simple, clear routine you can follow every night. So you do not have to think or guess, because once everything is clear, taking action becomes easy. And that is where real improvement begins. Now let us bring everything together, because by now you understand something very important. This is not about one single action. It is about patterns, your daily habits, your evening routine, and how your body responds to them. Now think about this. Your body is always working to maintain balance, even when you are sleeping. And when something in that balance changes, your body reacts. Now imagine this. Instead of seeing high blood pressure at night as something random, you start seeing it as a signal that your routine needs attention. Now everything changes. Now you are not guessing. Now you are aware. Now here is the key idea. Awareness gives you control. Now imagine going through your day with that awareness. You notice your habits. You notice your routine. You notice what you do before bed. Now you start making small adjustments. Now your body begins to respond. Now your system becomes more balanced. Now your nights become smoother. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now let us go deeper, because this is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about doing simple things consistently. Now imagine making one small change. You create a wind-down routine. Now you repeat it every night. Now your body adapts. Now imagine adding another. You adjust your food timing. Now your system becomes calmer. Now imagine adding one more. You manage your fluids. Now your body balances itself better. Now imagine combining all of these. Now your pattern becomes strong. Now your body responds naturally. Now here is something very important. You do not need to rush. You do not need to change everything at once. You just need to stay consistent. Now imagine following these steps daily. Now they become habits. Now those habits become your routine. Now your routine supports your body. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your sleep improves. Now your energy improves. Now your daily life improves. Now here is something most people miss. They focus only on the problem, but ignore the process. Now imagine focusing on the process. Now your solution becomes clear. Now your results become consistent. Now here is the key takeaway. You are not trying to fix one night. You are improving your routine. Now imagine improving your routine step by step. Now over time your body adapts. Now your system becomes more stable. Now your blood pressure becomes more balanced. Now your sleep becomes more restful. Now here is something very important. This is not about perfection. You do not need to get everything right. You just need to keep going. Now imagine doing your best every night. Now your body responds. Now your results improve. Now here is the final message. Your body is always responding to what you do. Every habit, every pattern, every routine. And when you support it with simple, consistent actions, it begins to work with you, not against you. Now imagine ending your day with a routine that supports your health. Now your body responds. Now your nights improve. Now your mornings feel better. Now your overall health becomes more stable. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what can I improve tonight? Because that is where real change begins. Now imagine starting with one small step. Now repeating it, now building on it. Now your routine improves. Now your body responds. Now your results become visible. Now here is the final takeaway. It is not about doing more, it is about doing the right things consistently. Because consistency creates results. Now imagine staying consistent. Now your body adapts. Now your system improves. Now your blood pressure becomes more stable. Now your sleep becomes deeper. Now your mornings feel stronger. Now your entire day improves. Now before you go, remember this. What happens at night is not random. It is influenced by your habits. And when you understand that, you take control. And that is where real improvement begins.